And now we get on to workbook lesson 130, Course in Miracles. It is impossible to see two worlds. Now, two worlds we're talking about is heaven. It's not a world, it's a state of being. The shared reality with God's immortal reality. And the dream world, that's happening in the Son of God's dreaming mind, which has projected us body-mind activities, and we think we're real. Yet the true essence of what we are is the self-same essence as the Holy Dreamer, the Holy Son, the Holy Spirit. So it's impossible to see two worlds. And to put this in a simple way, Spirit does not know illusions. Holy Spirit does not know illusions. And ego doesn't know truth. But there is a bridge world, and that's what the Holy Spirit does. Our Holy Spirit bridges the world of dreams to God's infinite reality. And that's why God speaks into his Son's dream. And as his voice enters the dream, his voice being spirit enters his Son's spirit. They're made from the same essence, and calls his Son to awaken. And so every fractured character in the dream who shares its essence with the Son's essence, because it's appearing in the Son's dreaming mind, then answers the call from within. It is impossible to see two worlds. Perception is consistent, and hence the world appears to be real, and the tree in the driveway is there every single day, and your hand looks pretty similar every day. You don't notice it unless you look at over an 80-year period, because you think time is linear. What you see reflects your thinking. That's why two people can walk down the street and one sees heaven and one just sees hell. One sees, oh, it's so amazing, look at the beautiful skyscrapers, and one just sees gangsters and mean people everywhere. And your thinking but reflects your choice of what you want to see. And not just what you want to see, what you've chosen to see and what you've chosen to put your attention on. And if you've chosen to put your attention on the ugliness, that's what you'll see. Your values are determiners of this. Now remember, your values have been planted for you as a child. You programmed it into your dream. You came in your formative years, your values get plugged in. You either agree and accept them as your own, or you fight and rebel them and create new opposing values. But they're your values nevertheless. And your values are the determiners of this. For what you value, you must want to see, believing what you see is really there. And you say, but I don't want to see an ugly world, but you believe the world's ugly. Therefore, you value it. And therefore, that's what you're seeing. No one can see a world in his mind. No one can see a world his mind has not accorded value. And no one can fail to look upon what he believes he wants, which is why we see a world of shapes, people, places, things, and events, because we believe we're a shape called the body-mind. Yet who can really hate and love at once? And how can you go from I love you and I can't wait to have your children or give you children, and then I can't wait to stab you with every fork in the restaurant 5 years later? Well, how did love turn to hate so quickly? Well, when we feel rejected by what we call love, which is really attraction and egoic desire, it turns to hate. Whereas true love is unconditional and asks for nothing but to be itself knowingly. Who can desire what he does not want to have? Reality. So who can really hate and love at once? How can you? I love you, but you drive me crazy. I hate you, but I love you. It's going to hurt you more than it's going to hurt me. Pull out the belt. Smack. Huh? Love you, but right now I hate you. How many parents hate their children, but say I love you because they're supposed to? How many people hate their parents and siblings, but say they love them because we're family and you're supposed to love family? See, if you love in the worldly love, you have an expectation and you have a self-image attached to that love. Unconditional love is just is. I just accept this as is. And who can desire what he does not want to have? What he does not want, but to have reality. You desire what you don't want, to have reality. So how can you desire suffering just to have the dream which you call your reality? And who can choose to see a world of which he is afraid? Why would you want to? Because there's not a single person in this world that's not afraid of this world. Fear must make blind, for this is its weapon, blinds us from the light of awareness. That which you fear, you cannot see. So why do you fear God? Seeing God, because you think you're going to be punished. Why do you fear death? Because you think you're going to die and that's the end of you, or you're going to be punished thereafter, or you're going to dissolve and join with the light. When you get into the non-dual space, you're still going to fear, because you go, well, then there's going to be no me. You're 100% right. There is no you. There's going to be no me because there is no me. There's only I am. And the I am in me is the I am in everybody. And when everybody dissolves, there's only the I am, the Holy Son of God, which is the extension of God. And the I am is only for a second, even a billionth of a second, because once the I am recognizes itself as that which is the Son of God, the shared being with God, the minute it recognizes I am, shared being with God, then there's no more I am. There's just the I amness of God. Because the I am Son dissolves into the I amness of God. The being, the Son, dissolves into the beingness of God. The infinite lightness of being. Love and perception thus go hand in hand. But fear obscures. In darkness, what is there? Obscures. People, places, things, and events. We see this world, which is really darkness, although it seems to be lit by the sun for 12 hours a day at least. But really, it's all illusion. And yet behind it, all of this is happening in the mind. And the mind is actually the mind of Christ, which means it's light. While it dreams, it seems to be dark, but it's actually light. And so love and perception thus go hand in hand. And fear is what makes the objects. This world was made in vengeance and in fear. What then can fear project upon the world? What can be seen in darkness that is real? What can be seen in dreams that is real? What seems to be people, places, things, and events are projections and filters that prevent the light from being itself knowing. Truth is eclipsed by fear. Solar eclipse, you can't see the sun. It's still there. And what remains is but imagine the objects. Yet what can be real in blind imaginings of panic born? What can be real in this? What would you want that this is shown to you? You want fantasies. You want fantastical dreams. What would you wish to keep in such a dream? And that's the problem with why we keep regurgitating. We keep reincarnating, really regurgitating, vomiting ourselves back into a dream. Sorry, that sounds harsh. It's meant to be. We vomit ourselves into physicality again and again and again. Why? Because as much as we want to know the love of God, we don't want to let go of our little individual identity. I want to be me in God. I want to be me special in God. No, there's no you in God. You. There's the I am, our shared essence. You dissolve. No memory of you ever existed when you return to the I amness. Why? Because in the present of the I am, there's no past, there's no future, there's no story of the past. There's no you if there's no story. And yet you are that in eternity, not in time, but in the eternal now, which is all there is, because the now is God. Fear has made everything you think you see, all of it, even the beautiful rose, all separation, all distinction, and the multitude of differences you believe make up the world, roses and little hummingbirds included, all made from fear. Yet within the hummingbird and the rose is the light of awareness, the light, which is the essence of our shared being with God. And so we've created beauty to remind us of what we are, but we get stuck with the beauty. And so sometimes we need the ugliness, the fear coming through the ugliness to jerk us out of our dream and go, holy fuck, there must be a better way because I can't deal with this anymore. And it's those holy fuck moments that truly snap us out of our dream. We hate it, or you look back on it, you realize you really did transcend in the horrible time. So all separation, all distinctions, and the multitude of differences you believe make up the world. Everything you think you see, fear made. They are not there as that. They're obscuring the light. Love's enemy has made them up. Yet love can have no enemy. And so they can have no cause, no being, no substance, and no consequence. They're filters that prevent the light from knowing itself. They can be valued, but remain unreal. They can be sought, but they cannot be found. Think of the things we've had. Diamonds, what can you do with that? Can you eat diamond, gold? Can you eat it? If you're starving and you're on your own on a desert island and you've got tons of gold, what are you going to do with it? All of a sudden you realize, oh, manna would be better. They can be sought, but they cannot be found. And there's nothing like the manner of heaven in which the manner of ourselves is made known. Today, we will not seek for people, places, things, and events. No waste this day in seeking what cannot be found. Our true self can be known, can be found. Can't find yourself. Know yourself. Be thyself knowingly. Instruction by Jesus. It is impossible to see two worlds which have no overlap. Heaven, hell, no overlap. Seek for the one, the other disappears. Seek for heaven, hell disappears. But one remains. Heaven remains. They are the range of choice beyond which your decision cannot go. What do we all want to do? We want to keep this place, make it perfect, and make it like we imagine heaven to be. There is no world. The real and the unreal are all there are to choose between, and nothing more than these, which means the real and unreal are all there. Well, if you're going to choose between the real and unreal, blue pill, red pill. No, I want yellow pill. The yellow pill of enlightened to self. No green, no blue, no purple. Just take you straight home. Forget Nemo. Let's just go. Excuse me. Today we will attempt no compromise when none is possible in true reality. The world you see is proof you have already made a choice as all-embracing as its opposite, which is why we say, but this, knock on wood, it feels real. And you made a decision for it to feel real. Now we're making the decision of thought reversal, that what feels real isn't real. And beyond senses, sense perception becomes sense awareness. And then sense dissolves just awareness. What we would learn today is more than just the lesson that you cannot see two worlds. It also teaches that the one you see is quite consistent from the point of view from which you see it. You've chosen it, so it is. It is a peace because it stems from one emotion and reflects its source in everything you see. So it's a part of the puzzle. And so it reflects the source of the ego. But since it's in the dreamer's mind, who's in God, it could also become, if you so choose, an echo for truth. 6 times today, and thanks and gratitude, silent stillness. We gladly give 5 minutes to the thought that ends all compromise and doubt, because you want clarity, certainty, here now, proof, and go beyond them all as one. We will not make 1,000 or 10,000, as it said in the Tao, 10,000 meaningless distinctions, people, places, things, events, birds, trees, thousands of trees, thousands of birds, thousands of animals. We need names for everything, labels for everything. We're getting Latin names for everything. Meaningless distinction, nor attempt to bring with us a little part of unreality. And the more distinctions, the more rank ordering. And the minute we rank order, we're comparing, and comparing means judgment, and judgment means we think it's real. So we're not attempt to bring with us a little part of unreality, not retaining anything. Ooh, can I keep my puppy when I go to heaven? There's no puppy. As we devote our minds to finding only what is real, the eternal light of awareness, which is God, which is our shared being. Begin your searching for the other world by asking, not by looking, by not imagining. Don't imagine, don't start fantasizing. You ask for a strength beyond your own and recognizing what it is you seek. You do not want illusions. People, places, things, and events. You want to be thyself knowingly. And as you come to these 5 minutes, emptying your hands of all the petty treasures of this world, you wait for God in silent stillness as you sink into the heart temple, as you say, it is impossible to see two worlds. Let me accept the strength of God. Let me accept the strength God offers me and see no value in this world, that I may find my freedom and deliverance. I'll repeat this one. It's so important. This is what we say in silent stillness. It is impossible to see two worlds. I don't want to see it anymore. I want to know one, the true one. Let me accept the strength God offers me and see no value in this illusion, in this world, that I may find my freedom, must know myself, and deliverance. God will be there because he's here now always. For you have called upon the great unfailing power, which will take this giant step with you in gratitude. Gratitude has to be there because gratitude begets gratitude. And that's grace flowing through us. Nor will you fail to see his thanks expressed in tangible perception and truth, because you'll feel that joyous movement of peace through you. You will not doubt what you will look upon, for although it is perception, it is not the kind of seeing that your eyes alone have ever seen before. And you will know God's strength upheld you as you made this choice, because it lifts you, it holds you up in the light of awareness, because you are it, and it flows through you, and you feel the bubbles and the tingles through your body, because same perception is still filtering. And then there's just this, wow, what I call the puff, pop, little floaty feather, silence, and you've dissolved into this light of awareness. When you open your eyes, you're back, but man, you know that was real. Dismiss temptation easily today, wherever and whenever and however it arises, merely by remember, become a member of thy true self knowingly. Remember the limits of your choice. The unreal or the real, the false or the true, is what you see and only what you see. Your choice is the world of shapes. It's limited. Your choice is the world of beingness, the unlimited likeness of being. Perception is consistent with your choice. And so while you still in body mind, you will perceive the unlimited self or perceive the limitations of the body mind. Perception is consistent with your choice, and hell or heaven comes to you as one. Choose willingly and let go. Let God. Accept a little part of hell, a tiny little part of hell as real. And you have damned your eyes and cursed your sight. And what you will behold is hell indeed. Got to let it all go. The desire for all of it. We're like, oh, I want to know God, but hopefully I'm going to have a special love relationship with a spiritual Guruji or Guruji, whatever she is, called what you call a Guruji female, Guruji Gigi. Okay. No, let it go. Let it go. Yet the release of heaven still remains within your range of choice to take the place of everything that hell would show you. All you need say to any part of hell, whatever form it takes, is simply this. It's impossible to see two worlds. I seek my freedom and my deliverance. And this is not a part what I want. Yet I recognize the love I am recognizes the love all of this is, the love you are. This is what it means to truly love you, see you as the love we are. To love you is to love the love of God flowing through me as myself. The love I am recognizes the love you are. God is the love with which I love thee. And thee, why? Because you are the Holy Son of God. And God is the love with which I love God, because God is love and I am that which is God's love. We are God's love. We are the kingdom. Even though we appear as fractured body minds on this planet called Earth, in this universe called the universe, it's all activities of the love of God, the Son dreaming. When the Son awakens and knows himself in his Father's limitless reality, immortal reality. Love is and always has been God. Be that. Be as you are. Be thyself, knowingly. Holy Son of God. Stop there. Thanks for joining me. Be blessed.